quickly. Here you go, 153 for 3 at lunch, India. They take the session. Did not start well with Shubman Gill getting out in the technically the first over. I mean, you can't just say one ball from Shoaib Bashir. So India started poorly. Rishabh Pant gave all of us multiple heart attacks, but we've all survived. So did Pant. So did Pant. I mean, you know, Gargi was telling me, she was using that radio, and she was telling me that Rishabh Pant stump microphone was catching where he was telling himself, मैं ये क्यों कर रहा हूँ, तू ये क्यों कर रहा है, वो खुद को भी नहीं पता. But that's Rishabh Pant for you. KL Rahul 73, Rishabh Pant 30, India session.
Absolutely India session. And to go back to that Rishabh Pant point, I think it is one of the most fascinating things I've heard, because Pant does communicate a lot with his bowlers, with his fielders. I've been hearing him throughout, and I have had a close listen to all the stump mic chatter. But this time around, I've never heard Rishabh Pant talked to himself so much. He was constantly talking to himself throughout the innings. And when he tried that lap shot and failed terribly, he told himself, play with the straight bat, play with an open bat. Why am I doing this? Why am I trying this? He said those things. So you realize that Rishabh Pant has realized the price of his wicket. He knows he can't fluff around. He cannot try those audacious shots and lose his wicket.
This partnership is possibly a match-winning one.
Absolutely.
If these guys do one more session, yes, England will say we've not given more than 63 runs. So we've kept the runs, in check. But these are superb bowling conditions. Outstandingly good bowling conditions with low clouds, very chilly, very windy, decent amount of moisture because of the rain from last night. After that, there has been no real sunshine to, it's heavy. You can sense that. All of us are wearing our woolens. These are difficult conditions to bat on. India will say another 150 runs and we are in business here. They've already got a lead of 160. Another 150 or 310, anything above 300, India is seriously in business. This is potentially a match-winning partnership for India or a match-saving one. India might not lose if they get to a lead of 300, 320 plus, because it's also about time. It's also about time. If India bats 2 more sessions, and they will want to take it to the close of play, India's got a lead of 350 plus. 100 and sure, you can be sure, 350 last day, Headingley, yes, you will say England has chased it down in the past, but when you have a Jasprit Bumrah and the ball is starting to sort of, that indentations, uneven bounce is coming into effect.
Absolutely. And you can't lose the match from here, not from this point.
Because you fought every single day.
Exactly. Look at the way that Rishabh Pant and KL Rahul are batting. KL Rahul, the focus and concentration that he has today, even after Rishabh Pant trying those audacious shots from the other end. And we were all discussing about this, We said, yes, Rishabh Pant is trying these shots. While at one hand, it will break Rishabh Pant's own rhythm, it will also break KL Rahul's focus, because he will be too worried about what the hell is my partner doing? What is he doing at the other end? But he did not let it affect him. There was a dropped catch in the slips. There were, KL Rahul was getting beat. He was taking the balls on his body. But also at the same time, the concentration with which he's batting on, and very calm, very assured. He knows where his off stump is. He's leaving the balls perfectly. But at the same time, it is not easy. KL Rahul is making it look easy, but it's not easy.
No, he got beaten at least 20 times. Absolutely. But that's what batting in England is all about. Sir Clive Lloyd keeps telling me this. Look ugly. Look ugly, be prepared for fight. That ball of Chris Woakes, only KL Rahul and God alone knows, above, how that ball missed the stumps or the edge. Yeah. Chris Woakes baffled. But the point is, when you get a reprieve like that, when you have a little bit of luck like that, focus the next ball. Absolutely concentrate, because that ball is history. You're still out there. You've got to focus on the next ball and back your technique. The problem, in fact, if you go and read my piece today, I've written exactly this. Check my Rev Sports column. I've said the problem with KL Rahul in the past, he's so intense as a person. The quest for perfection was so much technically that every time he got beaten, yes, he would be mentally disturbed. Now, the difference between KL Rahul of the past and KL Rahul of this tour is that he knows that even if you are beaten one ball, it's fine. He will come back and refocus the next ball, play it on merit, and he's out there batting on 70. Gem of an innings. If this one gets into 100, Second innings 100 in Leeds, Headingley, setting the match up for India. It will be one of the best hundreds, like that South Africa 100 from KL Rahul. This will be a stunning, stunning piece of batsmanship from him. But that partnership, all said and done, Rishabh got beaten, but did not lose, throw it away.
No.
KL did not throw it away. Towards the end, even Shoaib Bashir, they just blocked it, went to lunch. Unlike the first 2 days, when India lost wickets at the stroke of lunch, this was a good one. Someone saying shared session, I don't agree.
No,
England first session, they would have wanted 3, if not 2. They've got 1. India will believe this is 100% their session. Thoughts?
If KL Rahul had gotten out, if that catch in the slips was taken, I would
So 2
have
drops,
said,
right? Ben
2
Duckett
drops.
yesterday and Harry Brook today.
So if that had happened, I would say that it's a shared session. I would have actually said that now England is ahead because your best batter, your most settled batter is gone. But KL Rahul is still there. He will go out again. He will grind it out. And, when we talk about that concentration of KL Rahul, seamless. He's batting so well. There's this calm and composed look on his face, and no matter what the English bowlers serve him at this point, KL Rahul is ready and he's assured. At this point, I think the ball's looking like a football to him. It will lose shine. As the conditions, I hope the clouds open up just a little bit so that it gets better for the Indian batters and they can get
all day.
150 more runs.
All days like this.
Minimum 100 runs.
Yeah, 100%. No, 150. What you said was absolutely spot on. 250, England is one of those teams which will all of a sudden come so hard at you. In no time, at the end of 15 overs, you will see 75, 80 for 2. And they've got the match on. There is a Harry Brook, a Ben Duckett, a Zach Crawley. These guys are genuine power hitters. They will come and hit all over the park. Plus unconventional. They kind of, trouble you. Ben Duckett with those unconventional reverse sweeps and reverse shots. And so England is one of those very troubling teams if you don't get a 300 on board. So you've got it there. You've got 160. You've got to get 140, 50 more runs. Very doable. The weather, a lot of people are asking about the weather. The weather will stay like this. Rohan, just turn the camera around and show it that side. See, you can see grey, dark clouds. But they will not open up. These are not rain clouds, by the way. And that's the difference here. All day, it's so windy. And you can sense the wind is straight away blowing into our faces. The ground is an open ground. The ground is an open ground and it's pretty chilly. You can see from Gargi's hair, it's sort of flying everywhere. The wind is really strong.
It's very strong.
Very strong. And it's a tough day. Tomorrow also it's very similar. Tomorrow there is a little bit of chance of rain also. It's not going to be easy. If somehow India gets that total, they will start to believe we can put pressure on England. We can start to, and my hunch, if somehow they bat this session well, we will see aggression post-tea.
Yes.
We will see aggression post-tea. That's when you've got batters, by the way. You have a Ravi Jadeja. You have a Shardul Thakur who will come and throw the bat at the ball. Karuna not so much but these guys can hit the ball. By the way, this ball is still 30 overs to a new ball, or 32, 33 overs to a new ball. So that's also, in every sense, this is going to be India's chance, this post-lunch session. If they can get even about 80, 90 runs, get that lead to about 250 at tea, all of a sudden, India will start to believe, now we will set the tone. We will set the tempo of this match and take control.
You know what though, Boria, even if India bundles out, let's say, in the next 120 to 130 runs, I would still say that there will be a concern with the way that the rest of the bowling lineup, except Jasprit Bumrah, is bowling. They're leaking a lot of runs, and especially in these conditions, we spoke about this in the morning as well, that bowlers are finding it hard to find the right areas. And if that happens, already a Prasidh Krishna and a Mohammad Siraj are inconsistent. Prasidh Krishna more so. And if they, spray it around, that could mean trouble for India.
Agree. I mean, Jasprit Bumrah will need support. We are all unanimous. But from the England standpoint, that Bryden Carr spell or that Chris Woakes spell deserved a wicket.
Yes,
Bryden Carr's got a
100%.
wicket of Shubman Gill, which was a poor shot. That ball on fifth stump could have been easily left alone. There was no reason for the Indian captain to play that shot. That little waft or dabble, whatever you want to call it, comes and hits the stump. Shubman Gill was acutely disappointed. Poor shot to get out to, but it just balanced out with KL Rahul when one of those pitch over deliveries from Chris Woakes landing on middle beat Rahul, could have taken the head of middle, or an edge to the wicketkeeper. Rahul got saved. That's why you need a little bit of luck in sport. You always do.
It's spitting. I can see it.
Yeah, but
Not as
nothing will
much.
happen.
Nothing will
Yeah,
happen.
I mean, this little spit, nothing will happen. It's not going to rain. The prediction is. You want to go that side?
No, to the comment section.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Web of Taragi is saying post-lunch session, giving me some worries. We have to avoid batting collapse at all costs and then try to score fast in the last session. Absolutely, that's what we said.
Yes, but there is no reason to immediately press the pedal
No,
for anything. Just bat it out. Who is this fool? Yeah, he's got a little bonkers. Maybe he's trying to sort of warm himself by playing the vuvuzela. Anyway, one more session. Give yourself one more session. If you are able to score 80 odd runs and then around 4 wickets down or maybe a wicket down, whatever. If India gets to about 250 run lead, that's when you start to take control. Because then you know England will also feel that this game is somewhat getting out of hand. At this point in time, England will still feel, they have the session in the sense they did not let India run away with a 100-run session. India just scored 60. Yes, England will feel down that they did not pick a couple more wickets, but the post-lunch session, absolutely. Again, every session in this test match has been stellar. This was yet another one.
Okay. A lot of people still asking about the weather. Is it spitting?
Give the weather.
Yes. So it is spitting, but not as much. I wouldn't call it a drizzle. It's still spitting a little bit, but when you look at the sky, look how dark it is. There are spots of blue. There's one right over there. But the clouds are continuous. There is no respite from the wind as well. The wind is very relentless and these are tough conditions to bat in. And
but Rohan and Gargi, why don't you wear one of these costumes?
a traffic cone. There we go. Someone dressed as a traffic cone.
I'm not so courageous.
You know what? I will tell you some of the costumes that I've seen.
Please.
A group of boys, young boys, dressed as cheerleaders. They were in a dress.
Yesterday.
Okay, one man dressed as a lemon.
As a lemon.
As a lemon. There was a group that were dressed as pharaohs. The Egyptian pharaohs had the makeup and everything. To the point, the eyeliner and everything.
मुझे इतना बताओ तुम इतना closely जाके makeup क्यों देख रहे हो?
वो साइड से गए तो मैंने देख लिया.
Was a group of Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo as well, yes.
Oh, देखो Rohan. By the way, Rohan has put that photograph out as part of his piece. Beautifully written piece. Do read it. The mood of Headingley. He's spoken to fans all across the stadium in multiple galleries. Go and read. What happened?
There should be a limit to how much you sort of doubt someone. They're saying that there is no cloud. It's clear skies.
Good for you. We are in artificial intelligence leads,
It's
and you're in
blue
real
skies,
leads.
they're saying.
Where are you seeing blue skies, my friend? अच्छा रोहन तुम्हारे लिए अच्छा okay. Oh, he's gone to get a video. That's actually a lovely video. Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, these guys are fantastic. Boss, it's gloomy. Make no mistake. Look at this. You're saying blue skies. Where is the blue sky? Show me. That speck of blue there, but look at this. Look here. This is exactly where the ground is. Take a look. Come on, see this. See this up. See. Where is the blue sky? Look at this side now. Look at this is the other side of the ground. This is the ground side. Look at this. Come on. Where is the blue sky? There's no blue sky except here. There's a one patch of blue right there. That's where the blue sky is. But it's very gloomy, very dark, and has been all morning like this. And it will stay like this.
Yes.
It will stay like this if you go and check the prediction. It's not easy conditions at all, my friend. Not at all.
Not at all. Someone is asking, will Rishabh Pant go hard post lunch? I don't think he should. I don't think under any circumstance Rishabh
India
Pant
can lose this game.
Yeah.
India can
does
lose
that.
this game if you lose a couple straight after lunch. You are just 160 ahead. You fold up for 225. You've seen the first inning collapse. If Rishabh Pant and KL Rahul get out, all of a sudden that lower middle order gets exposed. Your 9, 10, 11 is not like England. Jasprit Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj and Prasidh Krishna will not even score 10, 15 runs between them. So it's 9, 10 jack. And you can just all of a sudden fold out for 225 and lose this game. So no, bat one more session sensibly. Bat out one more session. Take control of the game. And once you do that, obviously you will have your chance to dictate. That morning was brilliant from India by just losing 1 wicket.
100%. Dipta Chaudhary is saying KL Rahul is still standing strong. Come on, champ, get that 150 plus. Do it. You've shown grit and might. It was too windy and the ball was swinging, but surviving that session was awesome. It really was.
That's
one
it.
of the best showings that KL Rahul has given
This
us.
session reminded me of Sanjay Bangar and Rahul Dravid in 2002. That was my first test match, by the way, in England. That was the first test match I covered in England in 2002. Headingley, Sanjay Bangar and Rahul Dravid on day one. Cloudy Headingley, difficult batting conditions against a very good England attack, and they stood firm. They were beaten. They were beaten multiple times, looked ugly, got blows into the body. All of that happened. What are these guys doing?
Nothing. They've got a wicket. They've got a wicket, so they're injured. Okay. Prasanjit is saying that the 1 hour will decide the test match. We say this every hour. We say this every hour, but that's what test cricket is like.
It's been a stellar test match.
It's been a stellar test match. Honestly, it has been. Walking Alive is saying Shardul has to justify his name in the team with some important 30-40 runs. More than that, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets about 25-30 runs, which will be, lower down the order, invaluable. I keep saying every single run out there is invaluable at this point. India, 160 ahead, get 140-50 more.
Okay. What is the weather out there? We showed you guys. It's still
It's
dark.
got that blue patch is also now almost gone.
Yeah, dark grey clouds all over the stadium. Sky is engulfed by dark clouds. It's not too cold, but the wind is very chilly. And the wind is also very, the pace of the wind is very high. Okay, looking at the nature of wicket, Dhruva Jyoti Sarkar, looking at the nature of the wicket, 250 looks good, but you've got England and Bazball in front. Such a bizarre situation to be in. Also the fact that England bat till number 9.
Good
you
point.
see that last showing.
Plus,
the
your
last
bowling is
partnership.
inconsistent.
Your bowling is inconsistent, and that last partnership from Brendan Carson, Chris Wokes, what a frustrating partnership that was. You just could not. You had to bring in a Jasprit Bumrah to get them out, to break that partnership.
Yeah, I mean, look, Bryden Carson, Chris Wokes partnership, the one that Gargi is alluding to, actually the one that stood between India and a 60-70 run lead.
Yeah.
Add a 60-70 to already what you have, and this would have been a different ball game. India would be 225 or so ahead, and then it's an absolutely different ball game at this point. But that's the issue. That's the issue, because England will bat deep, and think of some of the shots that they were playing. So if you don't give England enough runs, they will just come very hard at you, and in no time you will see you're under pressure. You don't want that to happen with a relatively, young bowling attack. Prasidh Krishna and some of the others, they are inconsistent, except Jasprit Bumrah. Mohammad Siraj too has not been at his best. So this Indian bowling attack, they will need some runs. Ravindra Jadeja will also have to come into play big time in the 4th innings.
Implicit is saying England has 3 good bowlers, India only has 1.
I don't think England has 3 good bowlers, by the way. I don't. I think Bryden Carson and Ben Stokes, yeah, you can say Chris Wokes.
Chris Wokes.
Okay, in that sense, 3. I also think India has good bowlers. Mohammad Siraj is certainly not a bad bowler. Mohammad Siraj has won you test matches in Australia. Mohammad Siraj has won you test matches, and done very well in South Africa. Mohammad Siraj has done phenomenally well at Lords 4 years back. So it's not as if Mohammad Siraj is a bad bowler. Absolutely not. Mohammad Siraj will have to get his head right and get it right. The lengths. Prasidh Krishna has a skill set, but the lengths that he bowls here. Now, if you hit the deck, because of the uneven bounce, Prasidh Krishna will be a real handful if he gets the lengths right in the 2nd innings.
Okay, so from here on, last 10 minutes, because 1:30 the game starts again.
140 it starts, but we'll go up because
sorry, yes.
we'll conclude the show around 1:30-35 because we've got to get some lunch. I stopped Gargi and Rohan from going for lunch because I said no one gets up. The last 2 days, we got up and went for lunch before coming down, and wickets fell.
Time.
Wickets fell. I said, boss, no one's moving.
We're eating, and there it goes.
No one's
There goes
moving.
the
No
wicket.
one's moving. So we all sat in our seats. And by the way, no wicket fell. So these guys are not getting lunch tomorrow either. If India, tomorrow we will do it the other way.
Yes.
We will go for lunch with England batting out there and get a couple of wickets.
actually a good question here from Amit. Is there any problem in sighting catches in this ground? And that's, I was listening to the radio and the commentators were also speaking about it, that it is tough to sight the ball for some reason. I'm not sure what the technicalities behind this, but you saw dropped catches and ones that should have stuck on either side being dropped.
Look, today it's not even packed, okay? So to say that there is a major crowd and the ball was getting lost in the crowd, where Harry Brook dropped KL Rahul, you are dropping him at third slipish. I don't think it was about sighting the ball. It has been pretty poor fielding from both sides. Ravindra Jadeja dropping a regulation, Yashasvi Jaiswal dropping 2 regulation catches, Ben Duckett dropped one easy one, relatively easy one, Harry Brook now dropped one. So these chances should have been pouched. Imagine. Rishabh Pant, I'll still say, okay, slightly difficult-ish edge.
Yeah.
But imagine England had KL Rahul. They would say, we are in the driver's seat if they got that wicket. This is a massive partnership. There is no way one can try and say that, oh, anything else. This partnership could be the difference between an Indian loss and an Indian win. It's that massive in the context of this game. KL Rahul and Rishabh Pant.
Someone is saying that why did the BCCI allow Jasprit Bumrah to play the IPL knowing that an all-important England series was allowed?
Boss, come on. The franchise has paid 16 crores, okay? The IPL is the commercial crowning jewel in the history of Indian cricket. BCCI owns that property. Now, if you don't allow your premier player to play that particular property, how do you justify the best of global talent to come to your country and play? And what about Mumbai Indians? They've built their team around it, and all of a sudden, you don't even have control. You can at best go and request a franchise. These franchises have paid top dollar for their players. They have every right. Now, think about it. A player, a Champions League, will a country go and tell a club in Europe that you cannot play a particular player in a Champions League final? Can you even say that? Club versus country is an age-old debate, will forever be in sport, but you can't say that.
Okay, now last 5 minutes on the show. What should the Indian batters do? Continue doing what they did in the last session?
Absolutely, nothing more. Just bat to the merit of the ball. Because Bryden Carse and Chris Wokes, both of them bowled 6 overs each, had a long spell. So it's not as if, they will keep coming at you. There might be another burst and that's it. You will get your opportunities, and Josh Tongue has not been that impressive. You've been able to negotiate Shoaib Bashir. So just do what you were doing. Opportunities will come. The moment the total gets to 200, England will also have an eye on that scoreboard, because they will also know that after a point, India will just take control of this game, and 4th innings batting will not be easy. That one statistic, 126 years of cricket at Headingley, 6 times teams have crossed 250, 4 times have come post 2017, and I'm conscious of that. But even then, conditions like this, difficult batting conditions, chilly, overcast, moisture, England will also not have it easy.
Okay, Fitmonk KL Rahul is born to play Test cricket. His technique is hell correct, class apart. Hope he gets a turn here.
Yeah, but his average is 35. So clearly, KL Rahul is perhaps batting at his best now. So KL Rahul over the last few years has improved as a Test match batter. He has got his chances in the past, maybe did not make the most of those opportunities. Now, he's got his head in the right place. And that's what I wrote today. Go and read that column on the Rev Sports website, and you will see this is precise. KL has been, his quest for perfection is kind of infectious. Perhaps a tad too much on occasions. That's KL. A relatively fragile mind, because he doesn't want to fail, and failure impacts him. And he kind of takes it personally. I've known KL very well for years and years. Now he's got his mind sorted. He's got his mind in the right place. Look at that wind. Look at that wind. It's just, at times the gust of wind just comes too hard. And then it becomes very chilly.
And it's the kind of wind that pierces you. And if you stand in the way against the wind, your eyes start watering. It's that strong.
I have a very different story about this wind and ice.
Did someone fly away?
No.
Okay.
One time I was teaching in the United States.
Yes.
And it was like this in Chicago. The wind was blowing, and I was doing this to my eye. I was doing this to my eye,
Yes.
and I couldn't see. I was doing this, and I was like, why can't I see? And I realized that the water droplet had frozen. It was minus 32. I started crying. I stood on the road. I said, I don't deserve this. I need to go back. I can't be here.
Oh
It was
my
minus
goodness.
32 degrees wind chill
Oof.
at that point in time in Chicago. Hi.
Okay, there's a super chat here by Vibhor Kumar. Indian bowlers leak too many runs when pitch is placid. It doesn't have much to do with the pitch. It has to do with the fact that the bowling is not disciplined, that they are not finding the right areas. There's a lot of wayward bowling. Prasidh Krishna, the most expensive bowler so far in this match. And when you really look at it, he bowls good deliveries and then he completely
That
loses
is the
his
point.
focus.
That is the point.
Yeah, completely loses his line and length and gives too much room, bowls too short and gets hit around the park.
That is the point. The point that she just made, the consistency is lacking. You will bowl 4 good balls in an over, and then you will bowl 1 boundary ball with all the pressure that you've built up in the 4 balls have been released. That is the problem with Prasidh Krishna and Mohammad Siraj in this game, and that is what India needs to get right.
All right, final few comments. Nikhil is saying do 5 at 5 with all the reporters.
भाई 5 at 5 तो 12:30 बजे होता है बाबा. 12:30 बजे होता है इंग्लैंड टाइम. दे दो बॉल.
Who's
12:30 it's still match on.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My
Gargi, I doubt you ever played the game.
No,
Gargi had to
my
throw it at
hand-
45.
my-
She's throwing it this side. She
my-
says to me she played
No.
first class cricket.
No,
On
my
that
hand got
basis,
stuck here in the acrid. Arey, क्यों भाई?
देख लिया हम लोग दोनों ने देख लिया.
That was really bad. It was an underarm throw and my hand got stuck.
Anyway, but 5 at 5 we will do it on non-match days.
Yes.
5 at 5 we will 100% do it on non-match days, but match
Oh my
days, how do
God.
you do it? Because the game is still on. It's pre-lunch going on.
Okay,
And yes, we'll do it with all our reporters. One show with all 9. Let's do it in
we
Birmingham.
won't fit in one screen.
Come on, yaar, we'll do it. अरे क्या हुआ? ऐसे random करके करेंगे all 9 of us. How does it matter?
Just sit in a round
We'll do a round table
Yeah.
and chat. Let's do it in Birmingham.
Okay. Milind Doshi, still a long way to go. Still India has to bat sensibly to save the Leeds test. Absolutely, 100%. There's
4-5 सवाल लेके खत्म करो.
you can't say that you won the match yet. You still have a long way to go. Lots of hard work still waiting to put it. Rail fan, India has played hard and ugly to survive against some sustained pace bowling from England. This session was a throwback to the good old days of traditional test cricket.
Absolutely agree. And you know what? Every ball is a romance. That maiden over, when everything is happening yet nothing's happening, is exactly what quintessential test cricket is all about. It's not slam bang. And that's aggression. The defense is aggression. The dour defense, the price on your wicket is as much aggression as an aggressive boundary for 4. And that's the beauty of test match cricket.
All right, it's 1:30. I
Khatam
think
karo.
we can wrap up this show. Still a long way to go for Rishabh Pant and KL Rahul. They will have to take the lead. 2 of the most senior-most batters of the team, vice captain and KL Rahul, playing one of the most sensible and one of the most brilliant knocks that we have seen from the batter. Now it's time to take it big, hit that milestone and take India over the line. Thank you so much. We'll see you at tea.